toxic traits are present naman in all industries.
Was there a time that you learned that reputation is something na kailangan mo talagang alagaan?
I was pitched for them, tapos hindi nila ako kinuha because of stuff that they saw on Reddit. Sinasabi nila na masama yung intention ko towards this brand, and I say to that, intention ko talaga yun.
Did it affect you?
Na-realize ko na there's a trauma that I got from that experience. Sometimes, especially in the online world, kahit anong story yung i-put out mo ng truth mo, hindi maniniwala yung mga tao.
Thank you so much again for coming on the show. For a lot of people here, if nakikinig kayo sa Spotify or nanonood kayo sa YouTube, you know that we have another special guest here with us. And I'm just super excited kasi itong taong to, we met, I think, early this year, like personally, through a workshop. And it's because we're under the same management. But this person has been creating content for a very long time now. This person is someone who's built also a community online of people who's into makeup, beauty, and lifestyle as well. So let's all welcome to the show, Miss Nate.
Hi.
Thank you so much again for being here.
My pleasure to be here. Sobrang excited ko actually. Nung in-invite ako, yes, let's do it.
Yes, excited din
Yeah.
ako kasi parang this is the first time that I'm kind of allowing the podcast and the show to be parang of value din sa iba't ibang kind of industries. Before kasi it was more of like personal development lang eh. But I know for a fact na sobrang daming storya na deserve marinig ng tao dyan. And I know na I think mabibilang ko pa lang yung the times that I've really talked to you, heard about your story. But there's something about your personality that is so positive, that is so good vibes. I don't know, parang I think nung last event din natin dito sa studios, super good vibes mo lang. You were like, selling out your clothes. Marami na ako nabili sa'yo, nabudol mo na ako.
Oo, tama.
But super good vibes lang talaga.
Thank
But so
you.
thank you so much for being here, and I'm excited. So let's dive into it. A lot of people, I think you're called Miss Nate online.
Yes.
Paano nagsimula tong Miss Nate
Oh.
na?
Okay. Well, back in college kasi, yung miss, parang tawagan namin siya to each other. I mean, hindi lang ako yung miss doon. Like, for example, kung ka-org kita in like our org before, Dollhouse. So, kunyari, tatawagin ka namin na Miss Alec, ganun. Like, lahat ng tao is miss. It's just that I kind of took it upon myself na parang sabi ko, pwede namang Miss Nate na lang forever kahit makagraduate, ganun. And parang it rolls off the tongue kasi, parang Miss Nate, di ba? Unlike yung iba na parang Miss Lulu, mga ganun. Like, medyo hindi siya rolls off the tongue. So for me, parang naging name na rin yung Miss Nate. And synonymous siya dun sa ginawa kong Instagram account nun na Miss Nate Makeup. So parang dun na rin, parang dun siya na-solidify yung Miss Nate. Ganon.
So,
Dun siya galing.
so
Pero
para-
hindi siya parang gendered thing. Like, even yung mga lalaki nakasala sa org namin, tinatawag namin silang Miss.
Okay.
For the fun of it lang. Hindi siya parang gendered for us. Iba yung
Okay.
meaning niya.
Alright.
Yun,
So
no.
parang hindi siya sa gender. It's more of like this was kind of an inside joke for the org.
Lahat talaga.
Ganon.
As in, kahit Carlo
Or-
yung pangalan niya. Miss Carlo,
Ah,
ganon.
okay,
So
okay.
lahat, everyone in that org, parang organization na hindi kami official.
Hindi
nun.
official,
Parang barkada lang yun.
Uh-huh.
Semi-official. Unaccredited.
Okay,
ganon. Pero like,
unaccredited. Love
years na rin naman yung tinagal ng org na yun.
Yeah.
Basically, LGBT org siya.
Alright.
Kaya walang rules. Kaya ganon.
Okay.
Kaya very loose siya.
Alright.
Doon
So,
nanggaling yung Miss Nate.
yung this was still back in college, right?
20
And you studied in Ateneo.
2015 to 2018 ako nag-graduate. 2014 pala. 2014 yung pasok. Ganun.
Okay.
14, yun.
Yeah. So you studied what program
Oh
were
my
you in?
God. Development studies.
Okay.
Oo. Hindi ko rin alam kung ano yun. Charet! Joke lang. So development studies, para siyang, oh my God, how do you explain it? It's very UNESCO,
Mm.
UNICEF, mga
Okay,
ganon, like
UNICEF, yeah.
UN, mga ganon. Like, if you were to go like for the advocacies, pero kung magko-corporate ka, ang role mo is to design and execute a CSR plan. Ganon. So,
Ah,
parang ikaw yung de-design and execute
yeah.
for the
More on
corporate.
the humanitarian cause,
Oo,
yung
like,
mga work mo.
ganon.
But
Farmers,
you,
fishermen, ganon.
pinractice mo ba to?
Hindi ko siya pinractice.
Okay.
Kasi na-trauma ako. Charot. Na-trauma ako.
Bakit? Bakit?
Yung thesis kasi namin, we had a community to develop, diba? Community development. To develop a community of sex workers in Olongapo.
Hmm. I'm from Olongapo.
Ayun. So,
Okay.
you know,
Okay,
right?
yeah.
So, medyo
Very vivid,
heavy
yeah.
yung...
Very livid ang
Like, syempre, parang our goal was to help them as a community, provide alternative livelihood, mga ganon, and like their mindset in life, help them. Pero parang na-realize ko na hirap talaga siyang... Ang hirap mag-ayos ng community. Like,
Mm.
without losing parts of yourself na parang
Yeah.
mawawalan ka ng gana na parang, shit, ganito na yung world. 'Di ba? Parang very ganun siya. So, medyo
Yeah.
na-trauma ako sa kanya. And then, sobrang interested ko rin din kasi sa makeup nun. Kaya parang, hindi ko na siya na-practice. But, you know, some of the ideals and like, sa mga, for example, may mga social issues, like, hindi naman, doon ko siya nagagamit. Doon ko siya
Okay.
na-apply ngayon na parang, I'm sure, medyo sure ako sa impact nitong policy na to, etc. Ganon. On a deeper level, more than yung mga hindi nag-DS, I think.
Yeah.
Yun.
Okay.
Oo.
So, college, after ng OJT na you were trying to develop a community,
Mhm.
medyo hindi mo na pinursue yung path na yon and you went into makeup. What
Mm.
did you always love makeup? What's the story behind that?
Well, I've always loved makeup. As in, like, grade 7 pa lang. Kasi makeup artist yung mom ko.
Okay.
So, parang I had access to, like, all the makeup. Siyempre, parang pagbago ka sa makeup, yung products dun ka talaga parang na-amaze, di ba? Parang, wow, ang ganda nito.
Tinuturuan ka niya.
Hindi niya ako tinuturuan. Oo, kasi di pa naman ako super out sa kanya nun. So, may times na nahuli niya ako na parang ginagamit ko yung makeup, napapagalitan ako, ganun. But then, grade 7 yun, di ba? So, I had my own makeup na I could do makeup on myself really well. But I never had the confidence to do makeup on other people until I studied makeup. So, junior year ko yun, ng college naman.
Alright.
Nag-study ako, like, formally study makeup.
Where did you formally study makeup?
There's this studio in Ortigas. Ang pangalan niya, HD Makeup Academy. Di ko alam kung open pa sila. Pero doon ako nag-start. That's one of the 3 schools that I attended for makeup. So doon siya nag-start. And then after I took that course, nag-start na akong maningil.
Okay.
Oo, kumikita na.
So,
Para
before, you were already nagme-makeup ka ng ibang tao pero di ka pa naniningil?
hindi ako naniningil. Kasi feeling ko hindi naman ako makeup artist. Like, alam kong kaya ko gawin sa sarili ko, kaya kong gawin sa kanila. Pero without the formal training, parang wala akong confidence na maningil noon.
Yeah.
Yun.
So, super curious ako.
Oo.
Like, even as a child,
Oo.
sabi mo nga na parang mahilig ka na sa makeup or nakikita mo na yung mother mo, you had access to like, yung mga gamit niya rin.
Yeah.
What drew you to makeup?
To makeup. Actually, it's because of Lady Gaga.
Yeah.
Perfect
Okay.
kasi may album siya ngayon. Stream Mayhem. Charot. As a kid kasi, well, syempre bading na ako noon, di ba? Like, alam ko naman na fantasy ko yung mga kabaklaan na performers, ganyan, mga
Okay.
Little Mermaid. Kahit nung bata pa ako, ganun. Like, yung mga kanta-kanta, mga performances. And then, high school years ko, yan, super kasikatan ni Lady Gaga. And I think that was 2009, yung song na Paparazzi.
Oh, yeah.
Yun yung first time ko ever na parang gumaya ng makeup ni Lady Gaga. Yung eyeliner niya doon sa Paparazzi
yung
music
pack
video.
na makeup. Grabe,
Mm-mm.
oo.
Yun yung nakapag-draw sa akin sa makeup na parang, shit, gusto ko maging Lady Gaga.
Okay.
At gusto kong sayawin yung Paparazzi with that eyeliner. So yun yung first time ever na parang na-draw into makeup ako.
Okay.
Ganon.
And then junior year, inaral mo siya. Formally, you kind of became a freelancer.
I would say working student. Kasi
Working
student pa ako
student.
nun. So parang mini-makeupan ko lang yung mga classmate ko, blockmates, ganyan.
Okay.
Doon ako nagsimula. And for grad photos, kasi nandun ako sa school, di ba?
Yeah.
Like, pupunta na lang sila wherever. Like bench, random bench. Ganun. Yeah.
So, after mong graduate,
Mm.
of course, you had parang may question mark na saan ka mag-work, ganyan. What happened after that?
decided na ako na hindi ako magpa-practice ng development studies. Kasi nga parang, na-trauma ako, di ba? Parang, shit, di ko na kayang
Hindi ako
gawin to
pwede
as a...
mag-Lady Gaga dyan.
Oo, yun. Hindi ako makapag-Lady Gaga. Di mafa-fantasy.
Hindi fantasy yan.
Oo. Maybe in the future. Pero, anyway, after graduating, medyo malaki na rin kasi yung kinikita ko from being a makeup artist, from doing other people's makeup. Kasi lumaki na yung client base ko from easy access kasi kapag grad photo. Like,
Yeah.
alam na ng lahat na andito ka sa school, so
Yeah.
ikaw na rin. Sige, make-upan mo na ako, diba?
As a working student pa to. If
So,
you don't mind me asking, what's the biggest amount you've earned during that time
during
as
that
a makeup
time,
artist?
parang per client ko nun is 5,000.
Okay.
For a student, that's not
Okay.
bad, diba?
For a student, syempre,
Oo.
that's one client. And
That's
how
one
many
client.
clients would you get?
In a day, I could do 7.
Okay.
Ganyan. Malaki talaga.
Malaki
Malaki talaga siya. Oo. So, what happened was, the year after, so graduate na ako, di ba? Eh, syempre, meron pa rin mga magpapamakeup na, like, lower batch. Nagrent ako ng condo sa SM Blue. Yun yung sa Katipunan, di ba?
Okay.
1 month lang. Tas yung month ng graduation photos, dun ko pinapapunta lahat. Naging salon talaga siya. I shared it with another creator, si Rica Salomon, if kilala mo
Oh, si
siya.
Rika.
Oh,
I
yun.
met
Share
her.
kami ng condo nun. So parang,
Okay.
yun, split namin yung rent ng condo, tas para talaga siyang salon, gano'n.
So,
Yun.
doon nagsimula, clients would come to the condo, tapos doon mo sila mini-makeupan.
That was a year after I graduated.
Alright, tapos from there, for sure, did you expand aside from like, doing mga graduation lang? Did you go to like weddings or
I
events?
took up an apprenticeship.
Mhm.
Yun. With, I don't know if you know him, Albert Curnyawan of Tevian. Makeup artist siya ni Heart dati. Yun. So, nag-apprentice ako sa kanya as in PA levels. Like,
Okay.
buhat gamit,
Yeah.
set up gamit, kape, kakausap ng reception,
Uh-huh.
mga ganon. Tapos parang pag ibang mga, di ba parang pag sa mga wedding, minsan uuwi na yung main artist.
Yeah.
Retouch na lang ako, maiwan ako until gabi. Ganon. Yun yung naging job ko for like 16 months, tapos nag-pandemic.
Oh.
Kasi 20 months yung kontrata ko sa kanila.
Okay. But what pushed you to do internship or apprenticeship? I mean, for sure, you could go, alam mo yun, just continue the route of doing the graduation. What pushed you?
Feel ko kasi, like, okay naman na yung kinikita ko. Like, livable na siya. Like, from my clients, di ba? Kaya na siya. Kaya lang, I wanted to hone my craft more. Actually, hindi ko pa inisip yung pera nun. Syempre, parang bata ka pa nun, di ba? Gusto ko lang maging magaling na makeup artist. Tapos, yun yung nakita kong paraan na siya yung, kumaga, ina-idolize ko yung work niya nun. So, out of nowhere, in-email ko siya na, kailangan mo ba ng assistant? Parang
Okay.
gano'n.
Cold
oo.
email.
Cold email yon.
Saan mo
Actually,
nakuha
ang
yung
dami.
email? Saan mo nakuha yung
Public naman yung email nila kasi
okay.
may IG na nun.
May
Like,
mga IG.
hi, sila Miss Ting Duque, yan, if you know them, mga
Uh-huh.
other prominent makeup artists, Jerry Penaso. In-email ko lahat sila na parang, are you looking for an assistant? Kasi parang gusto ko talagang matuto mag-makeup ng, on a industrial level na parang respetado na yung boss ko, ganun-ganun. Siya lang yung nag-reply. Tapos, nagbubuo siya talaga ng team nun. So,
Okay.
luck din talaga yon.
Sakto rin talaga.
Oo,
He
naghahanap
was looking for some.
naghahanap siya ng members.
Okay.
Parang umiikot na, kasama niya everyday sa mga
Yeah.
gig niya.
Alright.
So, yun.
What was the biggest kind of lesson that you got from that?
From
From the
that
apprenticeship?
Ooh. I think yung biggest realization sa akin doon is maliit lang yung industry. Kasi very, very careful siya sa, what gets out sa industry. Like, yung reputation talaga is everything when it comes to industries like entertainment. Siyempre, kasama na yung makeup doon, di ba? Isa yun sa mga na-instill sa akin na if you make a good impression, kukunin at kukunin ka ulit. And if you make a bad impression, once lang yung bad impression mo, ekis ka na. Very cutthroat din yung industry natin, entertainment, di ba, ganun. So, isa yun sa mga biggest takeaway ko from that internship na parang, kaya ka makakuha ng more brides or more money is when you have a good reputation. Kahit hindi ka kagalingan, like, even if your work is mid, but if you have a good reputation and you have good relationships with your clients, tutuloy-tuloy yan, no matter what happens. Yun yung
Wow.
isa sa mga na-realize ko doon.
Ang ganda nun
Oo.
Parang kahit mid ka lang, but
Kahit mid ka lang,
if you
yes.
have a good reputation, like it precedes everything. Parang alam mo yun, mauuna talaga yon,
Mm.
and people would you would essentially get more clients if you really
Mm,
have a good
mm,
reputation.
mm.
Um, if maybe there are people that are also trying to build up a reputation
Mm.
in whatever industry they're in, or specifically sa entertainment,
Oh.
what are some advices that you can give to them? Like how can they build up their a good reputation?
A good reputation. For me, always siyang fall sa respect. Like, if you are respectful of people, never kang may gagawin na mali. If you're always considerate of their work, if you're always considerate of their presence in the room, if you're always considerate of kung ano ba yung kailangan nila from your service, kung ano yung ino-offer mo, kung considerate ka, parating good yung magiging review sa'yo. Kasi ibig sabihin, iniisip mo kung ano yung bet nila. As a service provider yun ah.
Ah,
Kasi I still see myself as a service provider. Like supplier, wedding supplier, ganun.
okay. Yeah.
Syempre, nung makeup artist ako, wedding supplier ako. Literally, di ba? Ngayon, supplier ako in terms of paggawa ng content. Ganun.
Yeah.
So for me, basta nirespect mo yung relationship nyo ng client, di mo sila binabastos, that's one way na
Yeah.
parang better yung magiging reputation mo.
Okay. But curious ako kasi parang for sure
Mm.
maraming ups and downs din yan,
Mhm.
'di ba? Yung apprenticeship mo and then the whole industry.
Yeah.
Was there a time that you learned that the hard way? Na reputation is something na kailangan mo talagang alagaan.
Ooh, personal
Yeah,
experience.
personal
Ganun.
experience.
Personal experience. Feel ko, well, yes, just recently.
Mm.
Eto, oh my God! Hala! Parang recently, in a tooth brand, gano'n.
Ah,
Tooth brand, parang narinig ko na I was pitched for them, tapos hindi nila ako kinuha because of stuff that they saw on Reddit.
oh,
Yun.
wow.
So parang recently lang to, like this year. As
Okay.
in like, oh, this month. This month lang yun. Tapos sabi ko, really? I have not been talked about in Reddit for like 2 years na. Sabi ko, so parang 2 years na, hindi pa rin kayo makaget over sa nangyari.
What? That's
Ganon.
crazy. So,
So,
even if
ayun.
it was like a before, like
Mm.
past stuff,
Mm-mm-mm.
like may mga tao pa rin na ganon. And how did you kind of respond to that?
Ako, parang, well, hindi ko naman sila client before.
Okay,
Like,
okay.
papasok pa lang sila sana, di ba? Tapos hindi natuloy. So parang ako, oh, ganun.
Yeah.
Like, that's sad. But also, ang naisip ko, na-feel ko is, hindi pa rin pala sila over. Like, ganun. Parang, but also, gets ko naman, like, they're just doing their
Yeah.
job. Like, di ba? Like, kung agency ka na, iba-background check mo lahat ng kukunin mong talent. So, I think they just did their job. Kaya lang, I didn't know that it would still be
Yeah.
of that gravity, yung Reddit threads na yon.
Yeah.
Yun.
And I think that's, you know, um, forgive me for saying this, but I think it's also a little bit unfair
Mm.
that well, I understand that it's the
Mm.
nature of the work. Like
Yeah,
we're
yeah.
online personas,
Mm-mm-mm.
internet figures. Like
Totoo.
lalo na even sa mga Koreans, 'di ba? Grabe talaga ang
Oh.
pag-preserve nila ng self-image, and if they
Yes.
just see some kahit rumor pa lang 'yan.
Mm-mm.
And I think that can also apply to us na kahit hindi pa verified.
Oo.
Kahit rumor pa
Oo,
lang,
oo.
but yung may mga tao talaga na maninira, and
Mm.
parang yun, di nila alam. Akala nila they're just kind of like
Oo.
nagrarant lang sila, or alam mo yun,
Oo.
kasi marami ako nakikita din.
Oo.
I think there was a time that I was also introduced to Reddit.
Oo.
I didn't have any personal, but my friends did.
Mm.
So parang ako, like, you don't even know them personally.
Correct.
Hindi nyo nakikita, but they put it out there.
Mm.
But yun nga, it affects, like, our work and how we do things. And
It does.
but yeah, I mean, so I think now we're just in personally for me, parang I just need to be a little bit more careful
Mm.
na hindi lang kasi hindi mo kayang kontrolin kung paano nila makikita eh.
Yes.
But whatever we can control,
Mm.
let's just control that. But yeah, so anyway, yung the reputation is really a huge thing, right?
Mm.
Especially in the entertainment industry. Something na nabasa ko online is that the entertainment industry is a little bit parang toxic.
Mm.
Would you say that do you agree with that, or can you enlighten us, like, because I'm seeing na parang especially when they see entertainment people
Yeah.
very superficial, very
Yeah.
like
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
fakerism ganyan.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Is that true, or do you think is there truth to that, or you don't agree with that at all?
I think there's definitely truth in that. But also, I think yung pagiging toxic or toxic traits are present naman in all industries. As
Yeah.
in, hindi lang siya, I mean, it's more apparent in the entertainment industry because people in the entertainment industry, they share more of their lives. So, more din yung nakikitang toxic traits, etc., ganyan. But I think it's present naman kahit anong industry, kahit say construction industry. May toxicity pa rin sa construction industry, di ba? It's just that pagdating sa entertainment industry, it's so it's so in the limelight. Everything is so in the limelight na parang lahat ng kahit anong suotin mo, maninitpick, pwedeng initpick ng mga tao. Kasi it's so exposed and wala tayong magagawa. It's the job to
Yeah.
expose whatever you're wearing, what lipstick you're wearing today, what scent you're wearing today. It's your job to expose that. So, the more you expose, the more na makakanitpick yung mga tao, di ba?
Yeah, I mean that's really fair to say.
But also, from a POV naman ng like, I'm talking about kasi like, yung mga nagko-comment, di ba, about people in the entertainment industry. But for me, inside the entertainment industry, I'd say that there's a good mix naman of people who aren't toxic and are toxic. Like,
Yeah.
meron, hindi naman lahat toxic. Kasi
Yeah.
parang may misconception na, okay, fashionista siya, maldita yan.
Yes.
Parang ganon, di ba?
Ah.
Hindi totoo yun. I find na merong mga, kung sino pa yung hindi mo ina-expect na parang feel mo maldita, sila pa yung madalas na, oh my God, sobrang bait niya, wala akong masabi at all, ganon.
I think
Yun.
that's also a revelation to me. And I'm gonna be honest on this. Kasi
Oo.
parang ako, growing up, syempre ang nakikita ko lang naman sa fashion and all, or entertainment, was yung TV, right?
Oo.
But I know for a fact that it's TV, it's television.
Oo.
So there's a script,
Mm.
like everything's parang set up, kontrolado, di ba? So growing up, I also felt na parang, there's a little, parang 70% is parang controlled or parang fake, I could say. And then 30% is genuine, it's real. But now that I've met a lot of creators, influencers, even celebrities, like sobrang, as in like 99% yung mga mababait.
Oo.
Like, sobrang, I guess din siguro growing up, yan din ang parang naging conditioning na pag
Oo.
pag mayaman, no? Pag ano ka, mata pobre ka,
Oo.
'di ba?
Oo. Oo.
Kontrabida ka
Oo.
kapag ikaw yung nakaayos, ikaw yung maraming bling blings. But like these people who are like celebrities, influencers, people who share the limelight, they're really good people. Na-surprise talaga ako doon, and honestly, parang like for people who are kind of listening to this as well, na you think na all parang fake and masama, like guys, di talaga. Like sobrang bait ng mga tao. In fact, sila sila pa yung mga sobrang bait din.
I believe in that.
ng
And I
mga
also
tao.
think na hindi sila sisikat ng ganun kung walang goodness in them.
Yeah.
Hindi sila pasisikatin ng industry.
Yeah.
'Di ba? Parang
Totoo.
yun yung tipong mga tao na okay, hindi ka magiging successful kasi yung reputation mo ganito.
Yeah.
Kaya pag sumikat na, kahit papaano may good reputation 'yan. Yun
Yes.
ang feeling ko.
Kasi ang dali talagang makancel.
Oo.
And the fact na you are able to grow your name, it means na you're doing something good and
Yeah.
right, which a lot of people resonates with.
Totoo. May value.
Yes, love that. So, you mentioned din kanina, going back to your story, na you applied for the apprenticeship, pandemic happened.
Yes.
When the pandemic happened, wala ka ng, of course, walang graduation makeups, or even like, did you still get clients?
None at all. Kasi kailangan personally mag-appear ka doon pag may
Yeah.
make-upan mo sila, di ba? So yun, nag-TikTok ako.
Okay. Alright.
Pero
so,
nag-Dota muna ako. Mga 3 months.
talaga?
Oo. Dota 2, guys.
Okay.
Mm.
So, sige, walk us through. Paano ka napunta sa TikTok era mo?
So, ang pandemic, mga March, tama? March of 2020. So, April, May, June. Mga June ako nag-TikTok kasi sobra na talaga yung boredom. As in, nagdalgona na, gumawa na ng sariling pasta, naggawa ng pandesal sa bahay, at Dota. Yun yung mga gawain ng pandemic, di ba? Like, well, Dota mostly. Tapos pag bored ka, magluluto ka. Ganon, di ba? So, na-bored na talaga ako dun sa routine na yun. Parang, okay, Dota, tas luto. Tinry ko mag-TikTok, but my first posts were actually comedy skits.
Okay.
Hindi makeup. Pero, since pag comedy skits, you need to make characters, di ba? So, yung iba kong characters, babae na full-on naka-wig na ganyan. Naka-makeup. So, dun ko nalaman na, may mga tao palang interested in makeup here sa TikTok. Kasi, nagtatanong sila about ganda ng makeup mo, ganun, paano mo ginawa yan. Kasi before, hindi naman siya super uso. Like, skits and dance ang uso sa TikTok. Like,
Dance.
2020, di ba? So, yun. Doon ako nagsimula.
Okay.
Yun.
And these skits, paano ka nag-transition to makeup?
Very seamlessly. As in, parang kung ano lang yung tatanong nila, how did you do that makeup? Tapos, gagawin ko siya na parang, okay, ganito yung ginawa ko para ma-achieve tong makeup na to. And I think the first video na nag-pop off, was a contour. Until now, even if I say, every time I say it's a contour tutorial, magpa-pop off yung video. Ganon.
Yeah.
Yun pa rin siya.
Okay.
Yun.
And then you parang nagdire-diretso ka na to create content.
Pero nung bumalik yung clients ko, syempre medyo nag-slow down sa TikTok. I tried to do it at the same time na parang TikToker, makeup artist at the same time. Pero ang hirap
Yeah.
Hirap nun. Or baka hindi ko lang alam gawin nun. Kasi feel ko ang limited ng content, ng mind ko to make content nun.
Yeah.
Parang hindi pa ako, wala pang mga suction nun. Yung hindi ko
Wala
pa
pa yung
matidikit
didikit
anywhere
lang, ganyan
na habang
na, ready
nagme-makeup ako ng ibang tao, ididikit ko. Wala pang ganun nun. Full setup ka nun. Tripod,
Yeah.
ganun. So, yun.
Okay. This is something na parang tumatakbo sa isip ko kasi like now that we're in the limelight, of course, we're kind of like second breed ng mga celebrities, pag influencers,
That's
creator, di ba?
right.
Hindi tayo sa TV na talagang like sobrang ganda at sobrang gwapo talaga. But still, it matters like how we look physically to our audience and just kasi we work with cameras and all of that. Why do you, as a makeup artist and as a content creator in the beauty world, why do you think it's important to look good?
Money. Money. Because, ako, like, just based on my personal experience, parang, if I'm trying to sell makeup that's for girly girls, I need to look the part. Kailangan mag-glam makeup din ako. Like, proven and tested na yan na parang if I want high engagement, high views, talagang kailangan girly girl makeup. Kasi, yun yung gusto nilang makita from the makeup. Gusto nila makita mag-perform yung makeup na binebenta mo. So for me, kaya siya important to look good kasi yun yung bumebenta. Yun lang.
Yeah.
But personally, hindi ako naniniwalang kailangan mong mag-look good. But if you want to sell, you need to look good. Yun lang siya for me.
Okay.
Lalo na sa beauty world, yun siya for me. If you want to sell, you need to look good.
That's such a unique point of view as well. And it's such a clear POV na parang, yes, it makes sense, di ba?
Oo.
Na if you want to sell yourself, parang a huge part of it is would people like you? And likability talaga is like, as much as we don't want it, like, kung ano yung nakikita ng mga tao. Like, on the first 2 seconds, how you appear, how you dress, how you look at. So, with this in mind, was this always the parang motive for you, even before ka or parang nung nasa college ka pa lang, like, was money like the ultimate drive na parang, okay, kailangan kong ayusin ng looks and all because of money?
For me, not naman in a sense na yun lang yung factor. I mean, I'm not saying na looking good is the only way to do it. I mean, it's a big factor na parang, kumbaga like kung sa videos, yun yung hook yung ganda mo, yun na yung hook di ba? Like parang, sila. But again, yung value ng video is not just in the hook. I think, nung college, I already knew how visual or aesthetic beauty would sell. Kasi nung college, parang, clients yung ginagawa ko ron. I would barely post myself. As in, siguro sa stories, ganyan.
Yeah.
Pero like, portfolio ko na nun ng clients yung IG ko. And I know na parang pag maganda yung work, maganda yung client ko, it would lead to more clients Like, it would sell. Ganun. So, yun yung nakita kong parang trend.
Okay.
Na parang for me na pag maganda, bebenta. Yun. Kaya meron ganun.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright. Isa kasi sa mga naririnig ko or parang nakikita ko rin from people, especially the young generation,
Mm.
or maybe yung mga millennials to. Pero parang sa kanila na parang, you know, kasi there's like this debate din with women doing their makeup na parang, oh, you look beautiful if kahit walang makeup,
Mm.
right? But
Mm.
then, sinasabi ng mga nagme-makeup, eh, hindi naman kami nagme-makeup para magpaganda, right? It's more of like, we
Mm.
just want to feel good,
Yeah.
right? And become
Yeah.
more confident.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, yeah.
did you ever feel na parang because of makeup you became more confident?
Always.
Mm.
Diyan nagbabank yung buong career ko. Charot. Like, as a makeup artist and as a content creator, doon talaga siya nagbabank na um, ikakaganda mo yung makeup eh. Pero, I would also like to point out na naniniwala akong yung beauty, it's always moving. Parang hindi siya iisang definition na, okay, nag-makeup ka, maganda ka. Like, dahil sa dami na rin siguro ng client na gawan ko ng makeup, dahil sa dami na ng iba-ibang peg na binibigay nila, I've come to realize na iba-iba talaga yung definition ng beauty. And if today, ang definition ko ng beauty is wala akong makeup, beautiful pa rin siya. Ganon. So
Ganda.
parang walang iisang beauty.
Okay.
Like, sa sobrang dami na ng client na nagawa ko, like, iba-iba talaga sila ng gusto. And parang doon ako na comfort na parang, kahit ano palang gawin ko, maganda ako. Because I
Yeah.
decide. Ganon. Like
Yeah.
sila din naman, pag nagpapamakeup sila, they decide what beautiful is for them, di ba? So yun.
Love that. And I think
Mm.
that's also, I mean, I applaud you for having this, you know, content na ginagawa mo din is where you're helping, like the help desk, right?
Yeah.
Na nagtuturo ka talaga.
Yeah.
Na parang it's, kasi yun nga, iba't ibang definition siya. But if you know like how to do the makeup, for sure
Mm.
magagamit mo siya on you.
Mm.
Something na talagang, I think, natutuwa ako about your personality is like, you really seem confident.
Mm.
You really look confident.
Mm.
Were you always like this?
Hindi. Hindi talaga. I mean, very, ano bang tawag doon? Hindi ako confident in a way na, ano bang tawag doon? Pag nandyan na, kaya ko naman maging confident.
Yeah.
Pero hindi ako yung parang coming into something, performance or like something like this, a podcast or filming something, hindi ako yung worry-free na parang, kaya ko yan. Yes lang, ganun. Hindi ako ganun before. Parang dati, shit, ano kayang sabihin ko? Kailangan perfect yung sabihin ko. Ganun siya dati. Like, even with my content na parang, shit, kailangan perfect, ganun,
Yeah.
kailangan curated, ganun. Pero ngayon kasi parang, just show yourself. That's
Yeah.
it. Ganun.
Love that. Aside from siguro sa makeup, so super I love this conversation because I'm kind of learning more about you.
Mm.
But also parang naliliwanagan din ako on like how people view makeup.
Yeah.
Because siguro as a guy who just grew up, I didn't have like a mother na like nakita nagme-makeup. Although I know now na lagi pala siya nagme-makeup pag pupunta siya ng work. Parang hindi ko siya nakita in that sense. Na I think ngayon with my partner Yani, just padami yung makeup.
Ah.
Tumadagdag na. Like, ngayon, bumili na kami kaka-build lang namin ng isang IKEA na drawers. Na puro.
Alex. Yeah. It's the best. Ganun. IKEA. Charot.
Alam mo na. Alex on IKEA, guys. Sabi niya nga, lahat ng mga beauty makeup
Yes.
influencers.
Alex talaga. Talaga.
So ngayon, bumili na kami ng ganon.
Mm.
And medyo napupuno niya na.
Mm.
So parang medyo na-aware lang ako. So I'm really enjoying this conversation. Something na also intrigues me about you and your story. Kasi last week ata yung pinakita sa akin ni Yani that you went through this operation.
Thread lifts.
Thread lifts.
Yes.
Okay. What was the first kind of like, I don't know, how do you say this? Aesthetic procedure?
Okay.
Na pinasok mo? And what was the reason behind it?
I love that question. Sige. The first ever that I had was lip fillers.
Okay.
Kasi usong-uso nun eh. Like the King Kylie era,
Kylie.
di ba? Parang
This was after pandemic na.
before pa,
Before
like 2019.
Okay.
Mga ganyan. That wasn't King Kylie era, pero uso pa rin yung lip filler. Like, yun yung pinakamadali kasi. And parang, madali siyang gawin, tsaka hindi ganun kamahal. Like, say, 15K, may lip fillers ka na, ganun. Lip and nose fillers and threads, lip
Okay.
nose threads. Yun yung mga una kong ginawa. Because a friend din parang offered na parang sabi niya, uy, may kilala ko ganito. Gusto mo ba ng threads, ng fillers? Tapos, syempre, as an earning professional na ako
Yeah.
noon, kakagraduate ko, may sarili na akong pera. Go! Ginawa ko lahat. Ayun.
What was is there like a deeper reason why you entered that? Of course, this friend parang sabi niya, na-peer pressure ka ba? Or like,
Hindi. Ano
kasi,
ba?
I don't know, for me, it's just really, I don't know, and maybe a lot of the viewers can relate as well na, maybe natatakot sila. They want to,
Oo.
but parang, like, is it safe?
Oo.
Like, of course, there's so many fears and doubts.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
what kind of pushed you?
Don't do what I did at pumunta sa isang not super reputable
Okay.
na doctor, ganun. Punta kayo dun sa talagang trusted na, kahit medyo may kamahalan, i-go nyo na yon, di ba? At least safe kayo. But yung motivation ko behind getting that, for me kasi, nagme-makeup ako ng sarili ko nun. Miss Nate pa yun talaga. Like, hindi pa like super Nate na fresh makeup lang. As in glam, nag-glam makeup ako nun. So, I know that if I got the fillers and the threads na ganyan, my makeup would look so good. Like, yun yung motivation ko doon na parang, shit, ang sarap makeupan nito. Pag, like, kunyari yung lips malaki, di ba? I-overline ko pa at ililipstick ko pa ng todo. Yun yung nag-motivate sa akin na to get the lip fillers.
Yeah.
Yun.
Did your audience... this was before you were creating
Before
content.
pa, oo.
How
Before
did
pa
the
TikTok.
people around you parang responded to it? Did you feel weird? Meron ba sila mga comments? Or parang
Well,
pure...
from my family, natatawa lang sila na parang
Okay.
magang-maga yung labi mo. Syempre, like, first day uuwi ka, that's super swollen. Like, ganun ka talaga ng hard doon. So, tawa sila ng tawa. Tapos, even yung brother ko na, bata pa siya nun, what happened to your lips? Ganun, parang nasapak daw ba ako? Ganun. Syempre, first day yun, di ba? Pero, gets naman nila kung ano yung vision ko nun, na parang, syempre, feminine yung gender expression ko nun eh. So, parang nakaka-feminize siya ng face kapag you have the big lips, the luscious lips, and the long hair, ganun.
Yeah.
So, yun yung motivation ko nun.
So, and then from there, tuloy-tuloy pa siya. Did you ever receive negative comments around that?
Yeah, sobrang dami.
Ano yung mga...
Lalo na nung nagpagawa ko ng ilong.
Okay.
Parang, that was my first ever na invasive surgery. Nagpagawa ako ng ilong.
When you say invasive...
Surgical na talaga. Kasi yung the fillers and like threads, they're non-surgical, non-invasive. Kasi
Paano
parang,
ba yung threads?
it's... parang ipapasok nila yung thread sa laman mo, tapos hihilain nila. So parang may lift siyang ganon.
Okay.
Yun. So it's for lifting. Ganon.
Okay.
So anyway, yung first ko was rhinoplasty. Yun yung first ever ko na invasive talaga na parang 3 months kong sweldo yun. 3 months kong sweldo from being a makeup
Pinag-ipunan
artist.
talaga.
Pinag-ipunan talaga
Okay.
yun. As in, yung natira na lang sa bank account ko nun, 30K. After kong magbayad for the surgery. Kasi wala naman akong gastos noon. I was living with my mom, ganun. Like, doon ako kumakain. Wala, ganda lang talaga. Ganun. Ang daming comments na pangit yung gawa. Like, day 1. Ganun. Day 1 of recovery. Yun nga, di ba? Parang ako, grabe naman. Day 1 pa lang, gusto nyo, maganda na agad. I think na-desensitize na rin ako kahit papano. Kasi, I was very confident in my doctor. Mahal siya talaga. Pero kasi, parang sinasabi nila na if doon ka nagpunta sa doctor na yon, hindi ka na magpapa-revise. Like, siya na yung pinakamagaling. Parang ganon. So, pinag-ipunan ko siya kasi if you get the ones na, for example, 80K range, ganyan. Pag nagpa-revise ka, that's another 80K. So, you spent 160 in total. Doon ka na sa 120 na hindi ka na uulit. Diba? Like, isang fee lang. Ganon. So yun, negative comments, very, very often yan about like stuff that I get done. Kasi madalas yung mga pinapagawa ko, like they have a swelling period, ganun. Hindi man nila gets na parang tagal talaga. Like the nose, 8 to 12 months before you see the final result.
What? 8 to 12 months. So mag-iisang taon kang parang hindi mo sigurado kung ito yung ilong mo.
Yes!
Okay.
Like, to an extent na, for example, Monday, gandang-ganda ako sa ilong ko. Tuesday, parang nagre-regret ako. Wednesday, gandang-ganda ka ulit. Ganun siya, like, ganun siya. Medyo mental din siya. Mental challenge din siya kasi, syempre, you spent that much money and it's irreversible, mga ganun.
How do you sorry, your term, I love the term, uh
Desensitize.
desensitize.
Hmm.
How did you do that? Paano mo siya ginagawa? Or
Ah,
what's your mindset like when you see these like people commenting?
parang ako, ang ganda kasi ng nabuo kong support system. Consisting of, number one is my doctor. Parang pag sinabi niyang hindi pa yan yung final, hindi pa talaga yan yung final, di
Okay.
ba? So parang yun pa lang, like ano na ako, like kampante na ako because siya na yung doctor dito eh. Like no
Ah,
matter what anyone online says, siya yung doctor, siya yung nag-aral,
okay.
siya yung gumagawa nito for years na, di ba? So yun, that's one. But also talking to people and seeing people na done by the same doctor at
Mm.
nagpo-post din sila ng
Yung
progress
mga
photos nila.
testimonials.
O parang,
Okay.
okay, this was my nose by Dr. Blank Blank at 3 months, at 6 months. So parang
Yeah.
sabi ko, ang layo talaga ng
Yeah.
journey. So yun yung way to desensitize.
Yeah.
Mm.
Aside from the surgery itself, from the rhinoplasty, are there times in your career as a content creator na medyo na hate ka or na bash ka? Um,
Madami. Charot.
talaga?
Yeah, oo.
Okay.
Do you want me to talk about it or?
Yes, like
Okay.
can you share like what was like one of the worst times
At the
for
worst.
you as a content creator because of these parang backlash na
Oh my God.
we don't
Ito.
need to drop
Hindi,
names. So
okay lang.
okay lang, okay.
Kakapasok ko lang nito kay Mika. Tapos pumutok yung
Ah,
issue. As in, parang
last year parang ganun? Ganun ba?
last. I
Last.
think,
Okay,
oo.
2 years ka na
Oo,
pala.
parang 2 years.
Okay.
Parang, nandun pa ako sa old condo ko nun. So,
Mm.
2 years na rin. Kakapasok ko pa lang nun 1 month kay Mika. For context, both manager namin ni Alex, si Mika.
Yeah.
Tapos pumutok yung issue na yun. So parang ako, shit, sobrang nakakahiya. Ganun, parang kakapasok mo lang, tas bogs, di ba?
Yeah.
Tapos, kabadong-kabado pa ako nun kasi, syempre, di pa naman close ni Mika. Sinend sa akin ni Mika yung TikTok about me, na parang yun
Mm.
yung naging hate train about me, ganon. Tapos parang, wala siyang
When you
comment.
say hate train, parang ano yun?
Parang I
This
got
is a
called,
video,
oo,
parang canceling you,
I
parang
got
ganon.
called out, ganon. I got
Okay.
called out. Pero, looking, because of, parang sinasabi nila na, masama yung intention ko towards this brand, ganun, 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 ganun. And I say to that, totoo po. Totoo pong masama talaga yung
Okay.
intention ko sa, by making a video na parang, undermining their products,
Yeah.
ganun. Totoo talaga na it wasn't the best, I didn't have the best intentions in mind when I made that video. So because of that, parang, there was a video made about me na parang nang bubuli daw ako, ganun,
Yeah.
ganun. Pero honestly, like, I think okay naman to say it daw na intention ko talaga yun.
Mm.
Kasi I didn't like how this brand treated people I know. Ayan na lang. Oo, ganun.
Yeah. So it was really personal to you. Parang
Oo,
ganun.
oo,
And
oo.
then you saw this, Mika sent it to you.
Oo.
Si Mika pa
So
naman,
parang,
pag nagsisend, hindi mo alam
hindi
parang,
mo, oo,
ano ba
alam mo
to?
yun,
Like,
wala siyang
ilalaglag
comment.
mo na ba ako?
Wala siyang comments, link lang ng TikTok. Tapos sabi ko,
Okay.
ayun, tapos parang ako, hindi ko pa siya minine at first kasi wala pang mileage. Tapos
Okay.
nung pag-check ko an hour later, bogs, ayan na.
That's crazy, no? Bilis talaga
Oo.
pag mga cancel sa online.
Mm.
Okay, how did you, parang, did you, uh, like, did it affect you on like mentally, your mental health? Or it was like,
Mm.
yeah,
Well, actually, nung
normal?
una, parang, ganun siya
Yeah.
nung una. But then, recently lang, this year lang, when I started, ayan, reimagine, journaling, like really looking through my feelings, my traumas, parang na-realize ko na there's a trauma that I got from that experience. Parang, na-realize ko na sometimes, especially in the online world, actually, oftentimes, kahit anong story yung i-put out mo ng truth mo, minsan hindi maniniwala yung mga tao. Yun yung isa sa mga na-realize ko na trauma ko yan na minsan kaya hindi na ako nag-explain ng side ko. Or like, pinapabayaan ko na lang yung mga tao. Okay, you can think that. Ganun. I mean, it's good to let them sometimes, di ba? Pero may meron din kasing limit yun na parang
Yeah.
sometimes you also need to explain yourself. Para naman hindi ka puro let them, di
Yeah.
ba? Like, I think si Lenny nagsabi na, minsan kailangan mo rin talagang lumaban, ganon, di ba, ganon. Yun, na-realize ko na from that experience, nagkaroon ako ng trauma of explaining myself. I'd rather not. I'd rather just let it go or like, let the person think whatever they want about me. Yun yung naging trauma ko from that experience. Kasi no matter how hard na i-explain ko sa mga tao na ginawa ko to because blank, blank, blank. Meron na silang,
Parang you had your reasons,
oo,
but then meron na silang belief na parang
oo,
kahit ano nang sabihin mo,
yes,
wala na.
yun.
So,
Very
so,
that.
very that. So now, um, being aware of that kind of trauma, are you more leaning towards letting them again, or parang mas parang natututunan mo na ngayon, oh, there are times talaga na I need to, say my piece or say
Yeah,
my
to
truth
explain, no?
to explain yourself.
I think ngayon, I think I just need to explain sa mga taong like involved talaga.
Yeah.
Like hindi na masyado yung parang proving my story to the online world. Hindi na
Yeah.
masyadong ganun. More on, for example, si Mika. Kailangan niyang malaman kung ano talagang nangyari. Ganun.
Okay.
Kasi siya yung manager ko. For example, ganun, yung team ko, ganun. Kailangan nilang
Yeah.
malaman kung ano talagang nangyari. Kasi ka-work ko pa rin sila everyday, di ba?
Yeah.
And parang para naman hindi ma-shake yung principles namin na ganun.
Yeah.
Parang, bakit mo nga ginawa yun? Ganun.
Parang
Yun.
still may, and I think that's also very important. Even on like, regardless of your issue, parang in the online world talaga, there's like always two sides of the story na, but then sometimes kahit anong paliwanag mo sa tao, hindi talaga nila
Hindi,
mag-gets. So you just
oo.
gotta choose
Oo.
kung sino yung mga tao na,
Oo.
alam mo, you gotta choose your battles.
Yes, tama,
Gotta
tama.
choose your fights, right?
Totoo.
I think something na nakita ko from you, well, again, I just met you through the workshop.
This year lang yun.
Yeah, this year lang
Oo.
yun. Something about you is parang really radiating na very positive. And honestly, like yung mga ganong stories, hindi siya umabot sa akin. Sa akin. Like,
Oo.
I really had no idea.
Okay.
But then when I met you personally, I really know na hindi ka, parang meron kasing mga tao na mukhang mabait, and then pag na-meet mo, pangit yung ugali. Or
Okay.
parang, alam mo yun, tawag dito, maldita or something like that.
Okay.
And then meron din mukhang mga but then pag na-meet mo personally. I think yung siguro noon, nakikita ko yung mga content mo, medyo na-intimidate ako sa'yo.
Oh, okay.
But then when I met you, you're like really kind,
Mm.
really warm,
Mm.
really just joyful. So ang bait mo. And I hope that aside from I think I just wish that more people got to know this side of you na you're really kind, you're really warm-hearted. And
Thank you.
but yeah, from this, I mean, nung nag-reimagine tayo, of course, isa sa mga ginawa natin doon is nag-set tayo ng mga goals.
Yes.
Right? Were you always like a goal-setting person? I mean, you na-mention mo pala, nag-journal ka na. Were you always like journaling or recently?
I think I made a TikTok about this. Send ko nga sa'yo. Pina-follow mo ba ako? Parang sinabi ko, nag-journal ako dati pag negative yung emotions ko. Like, rant book siya. Like, pag anxious ako, pag galit ako, ganyan. Pero ngayon, nag-journal ako ng everyday, like, for gratefulness, ganun, or like, things na gusto kong ma-achieve, goals, and more on appreciation talaga. Like, thank you, Lord, at 5 yung fingers ko today.
Yes.
Parang mga ganun. Pag wala na talaga akong masulat. But, yun, hindi naman siya nauubos, thankfully. So, yun yung nag-iba sa mindset ko after Reimagine, na parang gratefulness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How about the goals?
The goals?
Are you like setting a goal? What's like a goal that you're really working towards on?
A goal, gusto kong magkaroon ng kotse.
Okay.
Kasi, oh my God, basta parang wala na akong access dun sa dati kong car. Yun na lang.
Okay.
Wala na akong access dun sa dati kong car.
Alam mo, interesting. Si Mikey, when I had Mikey on this podcast
Oo.
2 years ago,
Oo.
kasi parang, di namin sinasadya, pero yearly kami nagpa-podcast.
Oo.
So, 2023, nag-podcast kami ni Mikey. Ang kotse niya pa yun ata is yung Mirage.
Yung Mirage, na
pa.
orange.
Oo.
Yun ba yun?
Yung-
yeah.
And then he got his parang he was just like kind of declaring it na, oh, I really want to get a car.
Oh.
Tapos bumili siya ng Subaru niya or and then Civic and then ngayon, good car. So yeah, I just, naalala ko lang kasi ikaw. But anyway, you're working towards getting a new car?
I think so because recently lang nawala yung access ko
Uh,
sa car na ginagamit ko. But also, actually sakto lang naman yung car. Gusto ko mag-travel this year. I've never been to Europe.
mm,
Yun. And ang goal ko ngayon din pala, if we're talking about goals, andyan ang fitness goals natin.
yeah.
Yan.
Yeah, I mean also
Oh.
that's something na parang talagang gigil na gigil ka.
Yes.
Fitness.
Yes, yes,
Right?
yes.
Why? Like saan nanggagaling yung gigil mo para ayusin ang physical health mo?
Pera. Ito na naman tayo.
Again.
Guys, real lang real lang tayo. Alam nyo na.
Okay.
Kasi looking good really sells, guys. Especially if you're in an industry like mine, like beauty and fashion. The healthier and the more fit you look, the more yung clients. Like, come on clients, if you're watching this, when yung sabing hindi nyo kinoconsider yung physical appearance. Like, yun talaga eh. Like, I mean, it's not the only factor, but it sure helps, diba? That's why celebrities then, they also invest a lot of time and money in their looks. If you're in the entertainment industry na beauty and fashion related, for me, kaya ako gigil kasi I wanna make it in this industry, and by being more fit, I feel like it helps me. Yun yung unang goal before, but getting to know my coach and trivia, like ang dami ko ng coach before, pero yung coach ko ngayon, siya lang yung pinaka matagal na gumana yung program niya sa akin. Kasi ang dami ko nang tinry na program before. I tried, pero yun lang.
Ano yung mga program?
Before,
Na try mo before?
CalDef, calorie counting, mga ganun. Hindi siya nag-work sa akin.
Mhm.
Yung program ko ngayon is low carb, high protein,
Mm.
and parang 2 years ko na siyang ginagawa. Siya yung pinaka-effective, and for me, sustainable.
Aha.
Sustainable siya.
Yeah.
Ayun.
And aside from that, are you also like doing workouts? I mean,
Yes.
Yep.
With the same coach, siya rin yung nutrition.
Sino tong coach na to?
Body by ALS.
Body by ALS.
Yeah.
Okay.
Workout 3 times a week.
Okay, 3
Can
times a week lang.
Pero like, I need to do other stuff. Yung days na hindi kami magkikita. 3 times a week kaming nagkikita. Tapos, the other days, I should still do...
So nag-gym ka? Or weights?
Weights, yeah. Fun
Okay.
fact, 2 years na kaming nagwe-weights ni coach, pero hindi pa ako nakapag-weights sa gym ever. Sa bahay lang. Because, nahihiya pa rin ako.
Talaga?
Hindi ko pa rin kayang mag-workout sa gym. Sa public gym.
Okay.
Oo.
So yung condo mo,
Oo.
condo meron kayong gym doon, tapos nung kayo nag-gym ng coach mo?
Hindi. Ano lang, video call lang. Tapos
Okay,
may sarili akong weights sa unit ko.
Okay.
One
Sa
time
bahay
pa lang
na
niya ako
talaga.
pinuntahan at nag-video kami. One time pa lang yun. In the
Okay.
2 years that we have been working together.
Sobrang hirap niyan. 2 years ng video call.
Oo.
Parang si Yani, I can speak for Yani na ayaw niya talaga na video call. Gusto niya yung nakikita niya, gusto niya yung katabi niya talaga.
Gets.
Pero ikaw ko 2 years na.
Oo.
Ano yung pinaka-breakthrough sa'yo na parang, uy, gumagana tong program na to compared sa other programs that you've tried? What was that point na parang, okay, this is for me, this is working?
For me, siguro, actually, kahit 2 months pa lang into the program, na-feel ko na talaga na hindi na ako nag-crave. I mean, the first thing na naramdaman ko is, so syempre, parang Monday to Friday, strictly low carb ako, di ba? And then Saturday or Sunday, basta 2 times a week, I can have a cheat meal na may carb. Pag kumakain ako ng carbs, parang nahihilo na ako. Like, ganong level, parang, this is making me groggy. Ganon. Doon ko na feel na parang, tama tong ginagawa ko. Kasi, the rest of the week, honestly, ang sarap ng kain ko. Like, marami pa rin akong kumain, pero wala lang talagang sugar, walang carbs. Ganon.
Okay.
Yun.
So, sugar ang parang number 1 na parang minimize mo.
Yes. And carbs.
Carbs din.
Mm.
Okay. I'm super excited kasi yung isang joke mo is like Road to Blade.
Yes.
Ano ba yung Road to Blade na
Well, Blade kasi is it's like a fitness journey, guys. Yung Blade kasi parang a term siya that came from the term nipes. Kasi nipes in gay lingo is ang ganda mo. Parang ang nipis mo today. ang ganda mo today. Ganon.
Okay.
So parang sa sobrang nipis niya, blade na lang siya. Parang ganon. Kaya may road to blade. So yun ang goal natin. Road to blade. Road to nipis, road to ganda.
Okay.
Ganon. Yun.
Very excited for you.
Mm.
Nakita ko sobrang dedicated mo rin talaga sa mga diet mo kahit anong alok namin sa'yo ng mga sugar, tumatanggi ka rin talaga. So, I know na tuloy-tuloy lang ang improvement mo, ang growth mo dito. But yeah, again, really thankful that you came to the show and shared
Of
your
course.
story, some of your story. Feeling ko, dahil pa natin pagkakwentuhan,
Oo.
and dahil pa natin pagchichikahan. But if there are people who are listening right now who maybe also want to get into makeup
Mm.
or who wants to like double down on how they look
Mm.
or alam mo yun, ma-beautify pa
Mm.
para number one, they could earn more money
Mm.
or they could just feel good about themselves. What's your advice to them?
For me, advice to them is don't be afraid to try. As in, dun mo talagang work, for example, solid example, makeup. Kailangan mo talagang matry na gawin yung sarili mong makeup until you really find what works for you. And in the same way with your fitness goals, I'm guessing you have to try a lot of diets, a lot of workouts para mahanap talaga kung ano yung fit sa lifestyle mo, sa gusto mo, something that you enjoy doing. Kasi if you don't enjoy the process, parang ganun din. Parang mawawalan ka rin ng gana to do your makeup or continue your fitness goals. So for me, okay lang na parang mag-try ka ng madami. Basta yung intention mo pa rin is to find something that you enjoy doing.
Yeah.
Yan.
Love that. You gotta try talaga, no?
Yeah.
Hindi mo talaga siya makukuha at the first
Oo.
night.
Oo.
Kailangan mo try na marami to
Totoo.
really find what sticks.
Saka to add, parang, oh my God, quick story lang.
Yeah, go ahead.
Dati kasi, hate ko yung running. Pero nung nakahanap ako ng mga kasama, like sila Mika and sila Jenny, ganyan, wow, let's run! Ganun, diba? Baka may factor din yon. If you find the right group of people na kasama mong mag-diet, kasama mong mag-shopping ng makeup, magtuto ng makeup, ganyan. I think it's a big factor. Kasi, yun nga, personal story, I hated running. Pero pag may kasamang masaya, masaya siya.
Yeah.
Tara, Alec!
No?
Char,
Oo,
kayo
diba?
ni Yani.
Kami din. G kami
Oo.
ni Yani dyan. Parang for the first time ever, parang nagagalit na sa akin si Yani dahil hindi kami nakakasama sa runs. Sobrang, she really felt bad because we were not there dun sa run no, trilogy na
Oo.
everyone
Mm-mm.
run. I mean, ikaw nasa Siargao ka, di ba?
Mm-mm.
Yun, so parang si Yani na inisahan. Sabi niya, hindi pwedeng next wala tayo.
Okay.
So, kami rin, we're all in on that because it's just so fun.
Yeah.
So, masaya talaga,
Diba?
no? Pag may kasama
Oo.
ka,
Pag may iba iba pag may kasama.
na good vibes din. I mean, same ng goals, same ng values. So, yeah, I'm just very, very happy as well to not just have you here on the show, but also to work with you as a talent in MA Talents. And to have you as a running buddy then and a workout buddy.
Yes.
Si Gold as well is alam ko for sure marami kayong mga adventures na I mean ano kayo 'di ba nag-trail kayo nagpinatubo kayo.
Oo.
So hopefully marami din akong masamahan ng mga
Let's
adventures
go.
natin yan. Gawin
Yeah.
natin yan. But just to close this as well. Maybe a message for like people who are supporting you on this journey, who's alam mo yun, yung mga tao talagang nakikinig, nanonood, and sumusuporta sa'yo sa mga content na ginagawa mo. Any message to them?
Message to them. Well, first of all, thank you talaga. Thank you
Mm.
kasi parang ano bang nararamdaman ko about it. Thank you kasi sobrang cliche niya, pero if you weren't watching me, wala
Yeah.
rin naman ako dito, 'di ba? But also, I just wanna say na sa kanila ko rin naman nakukuha yung inspiration na magpaganda, maging committed sa exercise. Kasi, di ba nakakahiya naman, may road to blade tayo, tapos biglang hindi pumapayat, di ba? So, kayo rin po ang inspiration ko, sa totoo lang, na parang, shit, a lot of people message me na na-inspire sila. So, na-inspire din ako nung mga message na yun na parang, okay, gotta stay committed kasi sabay-sabay namin gagawin to. So, thank you for that.
Yeah, love that. And again, thank you so much for coming to the show. Na-enjoy ko tong kwentuhan natin.
Most welcome.
Hopefully may part 2 pa to kasi marami tayong
Oo,
mapag-uusapan.
bitin nga eh. Akala ko nga parang, oh my God, baka maubusan akong sasabihin. Hindi pala.
Isang oras na tayo
Sobrang great mong
nagkakwentuhan.
host. Hindi tayo naubusan ng
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Nate.
You're welcome.
And thank you guys so much for still tuning in up until to this point. If you like this, give it a thumbs up. Share nyo naman sa socials. Add nyo or tag nyo kami. I'll put Nate's or Miss Nate's socials sa baba so you could check out her content. Truly, siya isa sa mga pinakamagagaling gumawa ng content about makeup and all about, so supportahan nyo ang Road to Blade niya doon. So,
Yes.
thank you guys so much. This is Small Talk and see you guys next episode. Bye-bye.